and welcome to Blackwell Podcast, where we care about life is strange more than that person cares about their missing cat pics. I am Joey. I'm here with Jamie, and
Hello?
unfortunately, we do not have Julia anymore due to just some constraints with her. She is unable to continue with us, and it's a shame, really. I liked having her a part of it, but do understand life gets in the way.
Yeah, life is pretty weird at the moment.
Yeah. But we do wish her the best of luck in all her future ventures. And for the
Yeah,
time being, it's just gonna be me and Jamie.
yeah, you just put up with us too.
We will try to be as entertaining as possible.
Yeah,
Today, we first need to talk about why it has been about 3 months since our first episode. Jamie, you wanna tell what was going on?
I got sick.
Sad face.
Yeah, when we were going to record the original episode 2, I got sick, got in the hospital for about a month or so. Then there was another month of recovery. And yeah, but when I was in the hospital, I was just prepping, trying to get this underway, because you can vouch for me, I've been working hard.
Yeah,
on
man,
this.
you've been putting in the hours for sure.
Yeah. And I was basically just complaining, want to get back. Episode 5, episode 5, episode 5. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to talk about today, isn't it, Joey?
Yep. Episode 5, Polarized. Do you want to say if you have not played the final episode, or if you're not caught up, we'll probably be hitting on spoilers from all episodes, but especially episode 5. So if you have not completed the game, I would recommend waiting until yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Um
So yeah, fuck Mr. Jefferson.
yeah, that's pretty well established.
Yeah. Sum up the episode in
Okay,
3 words.
but here's the most important question that came up, the most important choice. Did you pick fuck off or eat shit and die?
Ooh, I'm trying to remember now. I think I chose eat shit and die.
Yeah, that's
'Cause,
a
yeah. I mean, there were no other important choices in that episode, right? Just
no. I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Except for the one at the ending, of course. My word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later on. We're pretty much just gonna talk about episode 5 from beginning to end, and just keep it going from there. Talk about what we thought of different choices that Donna Entertainment went with, the writing and everything. So, yeah, episode 5 starts off in the dark room where you left off from episode 4. Chloe's dead,
Right.
drugged out your mind, and it's pretty much dependent, I think, if I remember correctly, if Victoria is with you or not. But it doesn't matter.
Well, right. So if you warn Victoria and she listened to your warning, she goes to Mr. Jefferson, which puts her in the dark room. So we did that. Sorry, Vic. Yeah, that felt pretty bad. I was just like, God damn it.
Yeah. It's like looking over and then you just go, yeah.
Oh, I did that. Oh no.
Then, like, when Miss Jefferson walks in and starts like pretty much patronizing you that you should have listened from the start in class and everything, it made me hate it more, man.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. So episode 5 was quite polarizing with the fan community. There was a lot of things that people didn't like. A lot of people, yeah, I'll see myself out. And I guess Jefferson's monologue was kind of one of those things that people were a little bit disappointed in, just because he went full villain, full Bond villain. It kind of, I mean, I don't know. To me, it fit the narrative because Jefferson was like just a freaking egotistical prick, basically. So it only makes sense that he is going to want to share his genius with someone, especially someone who, for his intents and purposes, will not live to tell anyone else. And also, since pretty much everyone else that could really speak to his level of sophistication, if you will, is dead because he killed Nathan. Rachel's dead.
Kate can't remember anything.
Yeah, Kate can't remember anything.
Max is tied up.
So it made sense to me that he would go into his monologue. This is why I'm doing everything, etc. But I definitely, I think it's just because there wasn't much of a segue from Jefferson being this kind of like subversive, underhand villain to, and then you present him as just he's right there in your face, and so there's no real segue into that. And I think maybe that's what upset people is because he just turned it on real quick, villain mode.
Exactly. He
Really?
was a little bit of an asshat to Kate in episode 2, though, because
Yeah.
I was in the hallway when Jefferson was talking to Kate, and Kate ran off. But I kind of rewinded a bit too far than I anticipated, where I talked before, before you talk to David in the hallway and everything, where he stops you. So I'm at the end of the hallway listening to a loop of dialogue from Kate and Mr. Jefferson, and he basically said that maybe you brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Kate. And I was like, yeah, why didn't I see that before?
Yeah. If you can kind of hang around and listen to it because it is on loop before you go and talk to him. Yeah, and then he actually says to Max that she doth protest too much, and it's just like, what the fuck, Jefferson? Like, you can
yeah. Just sum up the game in 4 words. What the hell, man?
Yep. So you work your way out of the dark room by going back through a picture. You go back to Warren and David, correct?
What, sorry?
So you're tied up in the dark room. You get done talking to Victoria. Jefferson comes in. Then you go back to Warren David, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right, and then that's when it starts the alternate timeline where you go to the Zeitgeist Gallery
in San Francisco. Principal
right.
Wells.
Yep.
Shout out to the Mikhail Easter egg in the airplane.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mikhail Cook, the director of Life is Strange, is on the airplane and also at the gallery itself. It's a little Easter egg there.
A little dot nod to himself.
Yeah. There's also another little fun Easter egg in the Zeitgeist Gallery. One of the 3 statues that is presented, one of them, Max says something along the lines of, "This one is just silly." It's a reference to the Ministry of Silly Walks from Monty Python.
I was wondering what she meant by that.
Yeah, it's a Ministry of Silly Walks. Actually. So I was thinking the whole time that, like, the Zeitgeist Gallery was the happy ending that we're not going to get. And
yeah. We should have expected it by then, but nope. We just kept hoping. And it seemed all nice and happy until you got the phone call.
Right.
Where basically Chloe's calling Max, just saying, the tornado, it's real. Everyone's in danger, Max. Help, save us. And you pretty much got to use the submission that you use for the Everyday Hero contest to pretty much go back.
Right.
Get back to the dark room, apparently.
Right. So you go back again to this time to stop the tornado from happening, and so you go back and you redo all the steps that you take. You rip up your picture, which is because you rip up your picture and don't submit it. When you end up back in the dark room again, that's why Jefferson burnt the diary, is because he was pissed off at you that you didn't submit your photo and that you have all these other photos and stuff in there and in your diary. And so he burnt it.
He burnt it good.
And if I'm not mistaken, I could be, but if I'm not mistaken, so when you rip up your picture, you do so in the bathroom, I believe.
Originally, yes, before.
Originally, but when you do it in the time jump, you actually keep it in your diary instead of, because you don't rip it up in the bathroom, you're keeping it in your diary. So I think that was another reason why Jefferson burnt the diary.
Oh, because she she had the picture inside the diary. Probably.
Right.
Probably wrong though.
Maybe. Tell us if I'm right or wrong. Tweet us after you listen to the show. So you're back in the dark room again. And this time David comes to your aid.
Oh, this part. I struggled with this bit, honestly, because it's pretty much quick time events where you gotta warn David about Mr. Jefferson, because if you don't warn him, David gets shot. He dies.
Yeah, so, shout out to my boy David for getting shot like 1 million times during that whole thing. At least in my playthrough. Poor guy.
Yeah, and just the only solution is being the most hidden solution, which is the wire next to your feet, because they don't expect you to look down. Just expect it to look all over the place, like warn about the gun, try and move the table. None of those work. It's always the last one.
The 2-inch table kick.
Yeah, but eventually you just, if after trial and error you get freed by David, and, Mr. Jefferson's on the floor, unconscious, and here's pretty much one of the big decisions of the game, I think, in episode 5, is whether you tell David that Chloe is dead or not.
What did you do?
I told him, and I instantly regretted it when I told him. Because, spoilers to anyone who didn't know, if you tell David, David gets his gun and shoots Mr. Jefferson in the head. Even though it was satisfying, it felt wrong. I felt dirty.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the whole, do I let Warren keep beating Nathan, or do I stop it?
Yeah. Did you do the same, or?
No, I actually did not tell him, because for two main reasons. One is, again, it just, like, the same reason that I stopped Warren is because it's just, like, I think if you have the power to stop someone from going, like, so primal and basically losing themselves, you probably should, because they're probably going to regret doing that later, and will probably be thankful, if nothing else, that you stopped them from doing that. And two is even though, I knew that, like, okay, I'm about to go back and warn Chloe not to get shot, I still don't want the David of this timeline to have to, like, sit there with, just sit there and suffer through knowing that Chloe was dead, and that, he pretty much fucked that relationship all up.
Yeah, I mean, Honesty is the best policy unless you're Max Caulfield.
Right.
That just gets
But
a lot of trouble.
It was a tough choice, though. It was.
Mm-hmm. Not as tough as it's gonna get, though. So you're pretty much on your way to the Two Whales Diner, where you're gonna meet Warren to get the picture that you took during the Vortex party, and you get the voicemail from Nathan, which was interesting. Incorporate that in there, and it honestly made me feel sorry for him. I actually started to like Nathan a little bit after that voicemail.
I think, I still stand by that Nathan is an asshole, and I won't excuse the actions that he has taken. But I sympathize for him because he's hurting. Like, he needed help, and he didn't get help, so...
He just went the wrong path.
Yeah. And yeah, that voicemail was heartbreaking, though. Like, but I'm glad he at least, I think it showed the depth of his character, that he regrets like all the terrible stuff he's done. He just can't help himself because he is mentally ill.
That is so true. I know, even after knowing that he was the one responsible for Rachel's death, still kind of felt sorry for him, though, because of just him apologizing constantly, knowing that he's next, and knowing that it's going to be his last moments any minute.
Right.
Because Jefferson did kill him. And apparently...
I wonder,
as well.
Yeah, he, in the Your Diary is Burned, he kills Victoria. Well, he kills Victoria pretty much either way, but, it's interesting, though, going back to, did Nathan kill Rachel? I want to hit on that a little bit, because I'm torn, Do I really believe Jefferson when he says that Nathan did it? But at the same time, like, why in the position that he was in would he lie about it? He wouldn't need to. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I'm unsure about about whether Jefferson was talking about Nathan and Rachel. Because remember the picture that was shown in the folder? It's like Nathan was lying down to Rachel's body, pretty much.
Right.
I don't get why Jefferson would take that picture. Unless, like, Nathan was unconscious too, or something like that.
Yeah, I think I could be completely wrong. This is kind of just my own speculation. I think that was more just to incriminate Nathan. Mm-hmm. Maybe is why he had that
responsible
picture. Yeah, because he even says that he was going to blame Nathan for everything basically if he got found out. Right.
Smart, I'll give him that, though.
Yeah, he had his ducks in a row.
Kind of reminds me of Dexter, kind of, in a way, if you've seen that show before.
I've watched a few episodes, yeah.
Where, he's just pretty much hiding in plain sight, covering his tracks and everything.
Right.
Just Jefferson's pretty much a sociopath. Well, / psychopath. Depends on how you want to see things. Probably more psychopath kind of thing, because he only really killed 2 people, right? That we know of. Which is Victoria and Nathan.
Right.
Oh, and Chloe. I forgot about
Chloe.
Yeah. Because took too deep in the conversation about Nathan. And, yeah. Well, Nathan's just killed the one. Accidental, which is manslaughter, right?
Right.
He didn't mean it. Regretted it. Because, yeah. That's pretty much what I really have to say about that part about Nathan.
Yeah. which we will go back to that a little bit later. So you get the voicemail from Nathan, and you're heading on your way to find Warren at the Two Whales. So you're going through the destruction of Arcadia Bay. There's cars overturned everywhere, people dying in the streets.
You can save them. Well, some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Evan.
Yeah.
The
trucker.
Evan was an idiot, just trying to take pictures. I mean, for the entire destruction. Even though one of the optional pictures was
during that.
Yeah. Such a
two of them were, right? Two of the optional pictures.
Yeah.
I said two of them were.
Yeah, the car and the whale.
The irony is palpable with that, because Max scolds Evan and Ethan. Wait, is it Evan or Ethan? Evan.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Max scolds Evan for like, what are you doing? There's like, stop taking pictures, and then like there's two pictures that she takes, the whale, the burning whale, and then the car in the roof or in the building or whatever. So you're making your way through. Alyssa is somehow like, I don't know what you're doing up there, Alyssa. Did you save her?
I had to. My goal was to save her in every episode, and I did it. Felt pretty proud of myself.
The first time, yeah, that's true. The the first time I talked to her, she backed up and fell into the hole, and I was just like, oh, God damn it, Alyssa. Then I rewound and saw the plank to talk her down, but so save Alyssa. Oh, were you able to save the guy that was in shock, the fisherman?
Yeah, that was hard though. That did take a while though, because I was thinking, right, turn on the electricity to get out, or basically you had to. It took quite a bit of rewinding because you had to talk to him to get out. You had to do it up close though, because he wouldn't hear you because of all that nonsense with him being in shock. Well, obviously because of the tornado. And, yeah, it took a while, but I was able to do it.
That was actually one of my favorite rewind puzzles in the whole game. Was that just because it does take a little bit of lateral thinking with it. So yeah, you had to kill him to save him, essentially. Kill him, then go to his body, rewind, and then talk to him.
Yeah. He must have freaked out when he just seen you just pop out of nowhere, though.
Well, he was already in shock. I think he would
probably notice.
His fair share of freaking out as it was.
Yeah, seeing whales end up on the beach, then just seeing girls just pop out of nowhere. And
so finally,
you get to the two whales.
Yep.
But you don't get the pancakes this time. It's more of a pretty much save Chloe, pretty much. Where you pretty much talk to Warren, Frank, and Joyce in the two whales because they are pretty much the only people there.
Right, except for like the rando homeless guy or whatever that they're taking care of. Mm-hmm. So, fun fact, Frank, if you kill him in episode 4, of course, is not there.
Really? I had no idea. Just be his body that's lying down.
No, so he's not in. So that means if you kill Frank, you miss out on the wonderful little scene with Pompidou.
Yeah. Freaking love Pompidou.
Yeah. Yeah, that dog is awesome. If you do like I did and like shoot him or stab him in the leg, then he'll talk to you, but he never really forgives you, and you don't get to be friends with him. And then, of course, if you get him on your side, he's way more comfortable with you, way more supportive of you.
Yeah.
Did you tell him about Rachel?
I had, yeah, because I just wanted to get that off my chest, really. In these kind of games, I have to be honest because otherwise I feel bad afterwards. Even though the last time it didn't work out so well with David.
Right.
But hey, at least, it didn't give an option to tell Joyce about Chloe. That would have been terrible.
Wait, it does, doesn't it?
I don't think it does. Not that I remember.
Because I know... No. It gives you the option to reunite David and Joyce.
Oh, yeah, it gives that, but it doesn't give about Chloe.
No, I actually, I may be wrong. Again, tweet us. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think she does ask about Chloe because I vaguely remember saying something along the lines of like, I'm gonna go find her or something like that, or
oh
she
yeah,
went
it
to the
doesn't actually
lighthouse.
say she's dead. She's okay, or I'm gonna find her.
Yeah, I think
That's it.
yes. So we're both right.
Yeah, and then you talk to Warren.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So Warren gives his best attempt at explaining chaos theory, which I enjoyed that he followed it all up with, but I don't even know.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, like that's how you have to end every conversation about quantum theory and chaos theory and all that.
I love the way you finally get to tell Warren about Max's powers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the option to hug him or not. Or what I did.
Or kiss
I
him.
kissed Warren. And I liked it. Not really. Yeah, well, I thought it'd be nice because he wouldn't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, might as well. But...
I had like I had no intention of doing anything romantic with him the entire game. So he got a hug. He got a consolation hug. And
He's been
I
after that
really
since episode 1.
Yeah. he deserved a hug, but he did nothing in my mind to warrant a kiss.
Well,
not that there's anything wrong if you chose that.
Yeah. We do support Graham Field ships on here on the Blackwell Podcast.
we are a wide dock. We support a lot of ships.
Yes. Unless they're messed up.
Yeah. Basically anything that involves anything good coming of Jefferson.
Yeah. Don't do
Gonna have to turn that one away.
Yeah. Don't give him the satisfaction of being happy.
Right.
Yeah. Just
so
episode 4.
Right, exactly. So now you get the picture, and it's time to go back. Again.
Get reunited with Chloe, which is so... It made me feel warm inside.
Yeah.
Just seeing her again, after what happened in episode 5, episode 4, and trying to get everything right. And just trying to convince her not to go into the Vortex Club is difficult. Because she's so determined to get Nathan.
Right. She
even though it wasn't
having any of it.
Yeah.
But of course she comes around and you warn her.
And you don't go to the junkyard. Which is a
good
move.
You
don't go to the junkyard. You don't go to the dark room.
Right. And Chloe is still alive.
Which is the important thing. And pretty much it gets to the point where you hide out in Chloe's house for the night.
Right.
And that's when the storm hits.
So you go to the lighthouse to get safe. And it's where you're faced with the finale of the episode. Bay over Bay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the dream sequence. We haven't got to that bit yet.
Oh yeah, I jumped the gun.
Yeah, you fool. So, before they get to the lighthouse, Max pretty much collapses, and probably the weirdest part of the game is the dream sequence because it seems like you wake up where episode 1 started, which is just in the classroom listening to Mr. Jefferson's lecture, and you just hear thuds, like constant thuds until you look in the window, and there's birds hitting the window, and it's just everything is messing up. It's
Right.
crazy.
Max is tripping balls at this point.
Pretty much, and then when you try to leave, Jefferson appears and just says, "I want you to stay in my dark room forever," pretty much. Paraphrasing, but it's pretty much the idea. And you have to say the most cringiest stuff, which is just, ugh. I don't like it.
What did you pick?
My selfie's a shit, pretty much, because I wasn't comfortable saying anything else.
I I completely misread that whole thing, and so I picked "Thanks for killing Chloe" because I imagined it in like a sarcastic tone.
Oh.
And then she goes, "Oh, thank you so much for killing Chloe," and I was like, "What? No, don't say that. Don't ever say that."
No, we like Chloe here.
Oh, before all that though, is it before when you can get the optional picture with Kate?
It's just before that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so, comforting her. Oh my word. That
felt nice.
That melted my heart in so many ways. Made me happy. And then obviously, during the dream sequence, there's different parts of Max's mind that you have to go through, which is her... One of the interesting ones is her fears, which is a little bit later on when she's hiding from like Jefferson, Warren, Nathan, Frank, Principal Wells, Samuel. I was surprised to see Samuel there, to be honest. Did you find the locker?
Not in the original playthrough, no.
No.
I went back and got it, but...
Yeah. To anyone who doesn't know, the optional picture is a locker where it's apparently Warren's locker, where it's filled with like a Max shrine, which is really freaky if you think about it. But
right.
It's apparently just like Max just worried about Warren obsessing over her.
How does Warren act? Right. Like, how does Warren actually see her? Is she just like this idolized being by him, or does he actually see her as a friend and a person, that type of thing?
Yeah, it's really interesting to see that, though.
Yeah. That whole sequence, some people found it a bit tedious, but I thought it was like really interesting. Just kind of, I guess it shows you all the like insecurities and I guess just like nervousness that she has around all the male characters in the game.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really interesting way of showing it.
Yeah, it really was. And then it starts talking about the relationship with Chloe. And she ends up in the Two Whales diner, talking to herself. Which, honestly, you gotta give Hannah Tell, the voice of Max, some credit for that scene.
Yeah.
It must have been difficult.
Yeah, that's intense stuff.
Yeah. But it gets even more intense later on. Because it's just when it starts talking about Chloe, you start walking through the moments of the game with Chloe. And it gets to the point where you regain consciousness at the lighthouse.
Right.
And this is where it gets rough.
Right. Oh, one more thing about the nightmare scene. So, if you kept Kate alive, and I actually didn't know this, it was actually a Geek Remix video that pointed this out to me.
Oh, okay.
But so, if you keep Kate alive, a video or something they posted on their Tumblr or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, if you keep Kate alive, then the scribblings all over Kate's desk when everybody's gone. If Kate is dead, then it's blood everywhere.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it's like blood all over her desk and stuff. So that was unsettling. Oh, and we forgot about the backwards, the cool kids.
Oh yeah. Still, I was unsure about that bit. Just
that one was
creeped me out.
Yeah, I think that was just a. Oh, wow. Okay, we also forgot about going through the dorms too.
Yeah.
Where you had to go through the countless doors, and Samuel's squirrels are there.
And obviously the hint of Victoria Chase DLC.
Right. The alternate playable character.
Yeah.
Those squirrels, they scared me, man. I wasn't expecting them.
Yeah. But luckily, it was an optional photo, so when you found them, you got an achievement. Well done.
Yep. So now, I think that covers the nightmare sequence. Now we're at the lighthouse.
Really? I was Obama. Well, yeah, the lighthouse is just. I'm just gonna straight up say this.
Mm-hmm.
The ending to Life is Strange. It is the most difficult ending that I have ever had to watch in any sort of media at all. Because just that choice, because you are given two options. You can either sacrifice Chloe in order for Arcadia Bay to live, or the complete opposite, where you undo every single choice you've made, pretty much. No, wait, that's Save Arcadia Bay, pretty much, isn't it?
Well, they both.
Basically,
it's divisive.
Save Chloe or Save Arcadia Bay.
Right.
And I had to pause it and just think for a good 10 minutes, because, my word.
For me, that one was actually, I was like, well, I did all this shit. There's no way. There's no way I'm sacrificing Chloe.
Yeah,
so
Pricefield.
Yeah. So I picked that. I did go back and watch the other ending though. Had myself a good cry. Was inconsolable for a good 15-20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, jeez. But yeah, I originally saved Chloe because I had to. Because it's what it felt right, man. Going for as ever in episode 5, you had to save her one more time.
Right.
Anything. And then I did the same. I pretty much went back in collectible mode and did the other one. That ending was rough.
Yeah.
It kissed. I will take that.
Yeah. You do get the kiss. That's true.
And that epic shot of just them in front of the tornado. Just, my word. Beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. That was like really heartbreaking. That whole ending, the Save Arcadia Bay ending was, and then Max is wearing Chloe's bracelet. You see it when they're standing by the coffin.
Yeah, rough.
And then you see Frank in the background, and oh god, I was a wreck, man. I was a wreck.
It got me with the butterfly.
Yeah.
Just, and the music to go with it, freaking Spanish Sahara. It's a good choice.
Yeah.
I'll listen to that song again though.
I get sad every time I do.
Yeah. Like If You Cry Every Time. From Spanish Sahara.
Every Tim.
Yeah, every Tim. But I did like that with the Save Chloe ending, that you did get obstacles again.
Right. It was fitting, yeah.
Yeah.
So the ending was very divisive. It really polarized the community again.
Damn it.
I will see myself out. There was a lot of people that were upset about it. One, people were upset that it was really short, comparatively, especially to the alternate ending. people were saying that it felt like, Don't Nod was forcing you to choose, or like forcing you to accept that this was the bad ending. I definitely did not see it that way at all. It was short. I would have liked it a little bit longer, but all in all, I mean, I loved it.
I mean, during I think it was the extra live stream where they talked about why that ending was short, and was it the extra live stream that they did that?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch it.
Because they talk about for budget issues.
Right. But yeah, Mikhail had mentioned via Twitter to someone that they were kind of running out of time, running out of budget, which is unfortunate.
A good ending considering those two issues.
Right. Plus two, and Mikhail confirmed it. But after my initial thought too, was that okay, Chloe and Max now have the rest of their lives together. It's kind of so. I liked how it was open ended, but it also was just okay, now I get to just imagine what their lives are going to be. Yeah.
Maybe they went to Portland or something.
Right.
Seattle, LA. Unlike Rachel. Sorry, bad joke. Yeah. Still, honestly, I honestly think they knocked it out of the park with Life is Strange in all. My word.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the amount of depth that they put into each character, considering, well, it being an episodic game.
Right.
I mean, geez. You can't stop relating to some elements of each character. It's just... We kind of talked about that last episode, though. So if you want to check that out, you can always go back and listen. Yeah, so I think it's pretty much time to wrap up in this segment. Talk about everyday heroes.
So again, to reiterate, Everyday Heroes is a segment that we do where we pick some fan art, whether it be cosplay or drawings or just fan art of pretty much any medium, and we pick a winner a piece, and it'll be presented on our website, which is blackwellpodcast.wordpress.com. And what is your choice?
I chose another cosplay because I'm just a sucker for really good cosplay, man. I mean, alright, so this is by Elena. I suck at pronunciation, I am so sorry. Where she cosplayed as Max. And my word. I'm just looking at it right now and I'm honestly blown away by it. I mean...
Nailed it, yeah.
Yeah. A great wig. Great makeup around the face. I mean, I believe they're contacts. I think. Yeah, I think they are. Maybe. I'm not sure. I have to ask. And there's a full body shot on her Facebook page, which you can go like and check out, where she has all the clothing of Max, and it's as spot on as you can get. I mean, the Jane Doe shirt, exact same shade in the game. I was really impressed with it. And just as soon as we got done with episode 1, I knew that she had to be my choice for episode 2. Because
nice.
Just blown away by it, just like Arcadia Bay was in my ending. Whoops.
I'd like the attention to detail, the freckles. That was like the best touch. in my opinion. But yeah, all of it. I mean, the hair, everything was on point, on fleek. I believe people are saying these days.
Not anymore. Afraid.
Good.
So, who's your choice?
My choice. I'm gonna have to pull a default here because the people that I contacted hadn't got back to me yet. So I'm gonna go with the same cosplayer, but this time I'm going to pick her Chloe cosplay.
This was very recent as well.
Right. So the thing that I probably like the most about this picture at least is just the fact that, you know, it's in Chloe's room.
Yeah.
You can see the just gotta let go and the American flag used as curtains. She's got the necklace. She's got the shirt. Really, really well done. Dude, I get so jealous of like good cosplayers. I don't think I could ever I don't know. I don't think I could ever pull anything off.
Especially, we cannot pull off anything Life is Strange anyway.
No.
We're too manly. Not really manly. More, well,
male.
Yeah, that's the issue. Well,
I have seen. This is a bit off topic, but I have seen some really good gender bent cosplays though. So here's a nod to those because they were really well done. But yeah, so another like spot on cosplay by Ilana. Sorry.
We suck at pronunciation.
You can tell us how bad we messed up later. There's also got the mean mug, the Chloe face, the resting Chloe face.
Yeah.
Going on. So really well done.
Same shade of eyebrows as Chloe as well, which I had to point out is different from the Max one as well.
Right.
She did really well on that.
Yeah, man, like the attention to detail on this stuff is just
crazy.
Top notch, 80 plus.
Cosplayers are just talented, man.
For real.
Yeah.
So thank you for allowing us to use images. If you want to be featured on Everyday Heroes, we highly encourage you submitting fan art to us. You can do so via Twitter. You can email it to us, and all that stuff will be available in the credits. You can also find it on the website. And if we don't get submissions, which we like the most, because I think it keeps in nature.
Pretty much.
Right.
So you better check your messages every now and again because we may contact you.
Right.
Because we like to get your permission first before we use it. And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess
that wraps up
concludes
this episode. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah. And we hope to see you next time, where we will talk about more Life is Strange, hopefully. Because, why not?
What else is there to talk about?
Possible Rachel Amber DLC.
Right, yeah. Let's talk about some Rachel Amber next time.
Yeah, because we could always talk about fan theories about her, or her relationship with Chloe, other members of Blackwell Academy. Just sky's the limit with Rachel.
Right. So hopefully we will have unless you end up in the hospital again, which I hope you don't.
I won't.
Good.
I'm good now.
Good. We will have a more frequent release schedule, and everything will be great.
Unless a tornado hits our houses.
Right. Unless there's a max where we live, and time gets fucked up for us. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Yeah. See ya.